Well, welcome to Turkey Run State Park on the western side of Indiana. We found ourselves in the area, checked out visitingindiana.com. I think it's visiting.in. I'll post a link in the description down below. Supposedly, this is the state's top-rated state park. So we are looking forward to some hiking, but I will be honest, I'm a little nervous to review here because last time we visited Indiana, and I'll post a link up top there, we did not have a good visit in Brown County. We just spoke the truth, but man, you Hoosiers got a little upset with me. So we have reset, we're revisiting, but we will always be honest. Let's check this place out.
Most of the trails start behind the Nature Center with 70 stone steps going down to the suspension bridge. I could only think about climbing them to get back to the car after our hike. Heading west on Trail 3. The wooden path along the cliff face led us to the first set of mini stairs along today's route. With the cool start for the day, they were welcomed to help us generate some heat. After a few stops to admire the views, the trail turned away from the stream and we found ourselves in Falls Canyon. This was our first indication that our feet just might remain dry since the small creek was hardly flowing. To continue on the trail, you have to scramble up Boulder Canyon. Honestly, the boulders were placed in convenient locations, so it wasn't too difficult. We continued climbing and up and down stairs through the woods until we came upon the top of Bear Hollow. Unfortunately, we found Trail 5 at the 140 steps area closed for trail maintenance. We decided to take Trail 3 by climbing down the ladders into Bear Hollow to detour around the closed section. We followed the trail to the north end of the park and Camel's Back. If I'm honest, we weren't sure what we were supposed to see from the observation deck, but it was a nice place to stop for a snack. Afterward, we connected back with Trail 3, where we had to thread the water upstream throughout the track. Luckily, the water was low and we continued to keep our shoes dry. We took the left turn towards the Lusk home and stay on Trail 4. The brick home was built in 1841 by the first European settlers to own the land. The home is seasonally open for tours but was closed on our visit. Near the end of our route, we decided to take the right on Trail 4 to climb up Rocky Hollow. By this time, the trail was pretty busy and making way for other hikers made it a little difficult to stay out of the water. After a quick visit at Punch Bowl, we made our way back out to the suspension bridge and up the stone steps.
Well, I, for one, am pleased to announce that was an absolutely lovely hike. And we ended up with 8.5 miles, but that's because of a detour around a section of the trail that was off. We took a wrong turn at Albuquerque and did a little bit extra, so we added some into the loop to cover everything, basically north of Sugar Creek, and I'll pop that up somewhere here so you can see it. But it was an absolutely lovely hike, and here's a difference compared to if you jumped off and watched the other video. It's not about spending $9 out of state or $7 that you would charge to come in here. It's what the park does with it. And to be fair, I have not visited Brown County State Park again to see if things have changed. But even when we arrived this morning here, there was park people running around picking up the smallest little piece of trash. There was zero on the trail. There was trash cans on the trail for you to dispose of things. And those are all the extra things that I love to see and I'm happy to pay for. And it's all been great here. We did 8.5 miles, but now we've had some lunch and we've packed all that back up, and I think we're going to go back out for a little bit more. Here we go.
back down the stone steps and took Trail 2 southeast into Box Canyon. We stayed on the lower portion of the trail that took us up along cliff edges and hills. We eventually found ourselves in Gypsy Gulch, which was a beautiful area to hike through. We followed the trail along the top of the Lusk Earth Fill and down to Sugar Creek. We turned to visit the south side of the Narrows covered bridge before turning around to head back. We stayed on Trail 1 that ran along Sugar Creek back to the bottom of the stone steps we climbed one last time to the parking lot.
Well, that was a lovely 3.1 to 3 mile adder that we did, Trail 2 to Trail 1, back along the creek. That ended up we ended up with 11.6 for the whole day. Now, that's not to say that you need to do that kind of mileage here. In fact, it's better set up for the 2, 3, 4 mile kind of loop configurations, and there's plenty of them. That's going to be it for our visit here. I wished we'd had time to check out the campground. I can only believe, based on everything that we have experienced on the hiking trails, that it would be absolutely lovely.
Yes.
So perhaps a visit in the future, and you will see us and join us there. And then, bye-bye.
Bye.